the game get crazy, game get complicated. And when the game get complicated, it turn into Kingdom Hearts mixed with Star Wars. You don't even know where that story's going, do you? You don't know where that shit going. you don't know what's going on when it comes to shit like that at all.
Complicated that story that is for real.
No shit. But episode 32 of the Braincast, Smart Asses of Smart Mouths. How y'all doing today? It's the left side of the brain, Mr. Cedric, the creator, as well as
to be your favorite beverage, if not already, one and only right side, aka Juice. And happy spooky season, y'all.
Yes, we in spooky season.
So
spooky season. Spooky season a little different for me. It's a little different for me because I'm with a wife that's a spooky season enthusiast. So it's hitting a little bit different. Like, she's excited because I've never watched all the horror movies for real like that. Nor have I known how I could take it. Like I've told you before, and I kind of talked about it on stream before too. The first movie series we watched together was the Insidious movies, and I sat through them shits like it was a regular movie. You would think it was like an action movie or some shit. I didn't. Nothing happened for me. I don't know if I don't know the horror enthusiasts out there, if that's one of the weak joints or whatever the case is. But,
I mean, like, kinda, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I mean, then I guess it's a good way to get my feet wet.
It's definitely it's definitely, yeah. If you like, cause the thing about like good horror now, for real, just because they letting the special effects boys like do what they do, and girls, because we love women in any type of work.
Facts.
They letting them like go crazy as far as like, you know, with the gore and whatnot. So it be really like the gory ones that's gonna do it for you. So any Rob Zombies, they gonna do it for you. The slasher films, they gonna do it for me every time, just because it's a classic. As well as like the little indie horror film. Shout out to the homies at Shudder. This ain't sponsored yet, but them horror films that they do over there, hilarious. Simply because they're that fucking good. When I say hilarious, I mean like this shit really scary. Like it take a lot for me to be like, oh shit, and then I like laugh afterwards because I be like, oh bitch, I actually got scared.
That's tough.
As well as like, you know, the little Asian joints. You feel me? The K horrors,
right?
Little Chinese horror movies, little Japanese horror movies. I think it's what is it called? Because you know Netflix always hit you with the people who make it past the first blase blah it is. Yeah, every time I see it, I'd be like, give it here, I'm finna watch it. And I actually did, like when I was in Texas. It's called The Incantation. That shit is actually fucking scary.
That just sounds crazy. The Incantation, bro.
There's literally something that I can tell you without spoiling it. It's one of them. Just know it's worth the watch. I'm not gonna hold you. It's a little Asian flick, but it's fire. It's definitely worth the watch. That, as well as Veronica, which is a Spanish horror film that's based on a true story.
Those are the ones.
Like actual police reports and all that shit. You feel me?
Those are the ones.
Oh yeah, that one there. That one was. Veronica was good. Veronica was good. The Incantation is good because the Incantation is like, it's just this looming feeling throughout the whole movie.
Right.
You feel me? Like that same feeling for those of you who have watched the Babadook. How I feel like that nigga always there is one of them. Also shout out to the Babadook. That movie's fucking hilarious. Because it's just like the amount of memes that's been made out of that movie is funny as shit. It's something about it. I've been talking about this shit for the past couple of days. It's something about like children, bro. Children are evil, okay? Because they're dramatic as hell. Like that's been my TikTok feed as of lately. Like I done had multiple TikToks for the past couple days where it'd have been mothers be like, oh, took him to the doctor, whatever, and you ain't here telling me people ain't no applesauce in the house, so you'll never get fed. You don't know how that sounds because you're a kid, right? To an adult, that sound like, first of all you feed this child is applesauce,
right.
And secondly, ain't nothing in the house, so he's not eating. Now you
Right.
got defects at my house and shit, bro.
It's CPS,
bro. And you just like me being a gentle parent, like I don't believe in like hitting your child, but I'm gonna be like, bro, why the fuck did you do that? Why would you do that? Why did you do that? Like, and it's awesome, like, because we ran out. Some shit like that. But also it's like, you're the only person in the house who eats them. So what do we do? You the reason we ain't got no more. So I'm like, what are we doing? I think the most wild one is I saw this lady and she said her son was maybe like 5 at the time.
Right.
And he swallowed a screw.
Ew.
And it was because, like, construction around the house, renovation or whatever, he found a screw, swallowed it.
Gotcha.
So obviously they're like, okay, they're asking him, you're like, what's good, blah blah blah, an investigation or whatever. And he's like, oh, mommy don't feed me.
Oh nah.
They got through the whole, I'm talking about school interview, investigation internally, all that.
Right.
They get to the end of the interview, and this little nigga waits to the end of this whole investigation process to be like, yeah, mommy don't feed me, because, like, I swallowed that screw because I told her I was hungry and she was taking too long with my dinner.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, nah, that is crazy, because children are really like, bro, children are a prime definition of people don't realize the amount of weight your words carry.
I think it's a spectrum. I think it's a spectrum for when it comes to kids. I mean, at the end of the day, kids are gonna have their moments where they get reckless or they get wild, because most of them, yes, I say most of them, don't know what they're doing. But for the most part, I feel like you either get the real good child, the one that ain't worried about taking medicine, the one that's real quiet, plays with his toys, or plays with their toys, her toys, whatever they may identify as, chill, or whatever the case is. Or you got the reckless, adventurous type that want to go right on walls and jump off their bed and every night crawl out their crib type shit. Like, I feel like it's a strong duality when it comes to kids. So whenever, and I don't want to make, like, childbirth sound crazy. I mean, then again, the process is already wild enough. But when you make children, you kind of playing roulette for real. You don't know which side of the spectrum you gonna get until they're here. So yeah, that's the thing about children. I mean, like I said, I know for people like you, twin, that's a horror in itself. That's a horror in itself. That's kind of crazy. A motherly figure scared to have children. It's wild.
It's like I love kids. Like for them 2 years I was a teacher, was fire. But also, like, I was teaching high schoolers. And I can stand firmly and I can say there's a certain age range. The reason I can say I'm not ready to be a parent, other for the most specific reason, other than the fact that I just don't want to be at the moment, is the fact that, like, there's still a specific age group of children from X amount of years to X amount of years. I simply cannot. And that might just be like, I'm not even gonna say it might be. It's simply because of the environment that I grew up in, and that age group of children was just bad as fuck. They were bad as hell, and mind you, that wasn't their fault, because you over here talking to me like you my age and you're like 6,
right?
And I'm like, nigga,
cause where we from?
And
we gotta grow up fast. That's the thing.
And it's like, you gotta grow up fast, and at the same time, even when you don't, you're surrounded by so much adult activity,
right?
That like niggas ain't like parents in the hood ain't that majority of the time ain't never gonna hit you with the they'll hit you with the, you know, stay in the child's place, but they ain't never gonna be like go hang out with your friends. They ain't never gonna set up a play date for you or no shit like that. So that way you're not acting like you my age, and then you wonder why your child is so fucking bad all the time. Like you wonder why they go to school and is talking rambunctious and they talking reckless and shit like that. And you know that nigga got one note on his report card, and it's, you know, he talking crazy.
He's very give him.
He's very attentive, but he's very argumentative. Basically, that mean that nigga in here talking to me like we on the same level.
Nah, facts. That's because you never give like, these children the time to grow up, bro. That's the thing.
Facts, bro.
You too busy trying to make me 18 when I'm 8. But then I gotta stay in a 6-year-old's place. Like, which one is it? What you want from me?
Please.
Like, you want me to learn my colors and my multiplication tables, or you want me to start paying the bills and learning which college I need to apply to in elementary school? Which one is it? Make a fucking choice, dog. I'm sick of it. Some scary shit, bro. Also, talking about scary shit, once again, shout out to my wife. She been, and I've talked about this before, she been getting me into this true crime shit. Like, it's crazy, and that's a whole nother horror in itself, because when you start looking into it and you be like, yo, these niggas is here for real? Y'all was out here doing these crazy things?
Yeah, bro.
For real?
Because like me and Ari been talking about that hella crazy, like not hella crazy but hella lately. Because like people don't peep like from the like the 20s, bro, because they was going ballistic back then too.
Of course.
Up until like the 80s, early 90s was like prime serial killer time.
I mean, that's cause
in like the 50s and the 60s, niggas was going crazy.
That's cause this is where, all right, this is where my explanation gets murky, because this might be all over the place. On one hand, I don't blame the police department all the way, because I mean, before the police we have now, let's and the systems for justice we have now, right? Let's push all of that aside. Let's not think about that, and we go back to the 20s. Besides, you know, military operations, I don't think anybody would think in your own home someone's just gonna pull up and stab your heart out. Nobody's prepared for that. Nobody predicts that. Okay, you can't just think that the knife you use to cut the ham for Thanksgiving is gonna cut someone's heart.
To be cutting your hams.
Exactly. I don't think nobody is prepared for shit like that.
Niggas are really back here like going to sleep with their doors unlocked. And it's like, I don't know if it's on some like simply like because of the day and age we live in, but me personally, bro, I don't care how much I trust you. I'm not leaving my front door unlocked, bro.
I mean, that's because we live in an era of doors. Niggas didn't have doors and locks before. That's how comfortable we were.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, y'all were hella trusting, and I love that for y'all, but at the same time, immediately no. Like, what?
I mean, yeah, from what we know now. But like I said, even back in tribal times, niggas had open door huts we lived in, but nobody thought people from your own tribe would rush in your shit and arrowhead your shit.
Right, like, what?
No,
back then, bro, this is at least back then, if a nigga didn't like it was like running a fade, like for
no, exactly. The whole village is gonna prepare for this. We're gonna make a circle out in the field next to the corn. Everyone circle around. We're gonna draw the circle on the dirt, and we're gonna fight it out.
Let it be, and then it might result in death depending on who you rocking and rolling with. You feel me?
Yeah, depend on the chief.
Depend on the chief.
Depend on the chief.
It might result in death, but you gotta be prepared for those things.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be aware that those are the vibes that you're catching. Like, you gotta know your surroundings. And back then it was easier to know your surroundings because you knew who you was dealing with. And it's like, as certain people encroached on certain places, it got real unpredictable, simply because that group of certain people is very unpredictable.
Shout out Queen Elizabeth II.
Shout out, rest. I'm not even finna say the red. Rest.
That's why I just said shout out, bro. I ain't going down that road. I ain't gonna go down that road, bro.
Rest.
I'm not even gonna do that. But no, as you said,
have the afterlife that you deserve.
They, bro, that when I leave in the hands of God, and God ain't been wrong since. You feel me?
Yeah.
God ain't been wrong since. But no, to that accord, which is crazy. This is another reason why colonization probably should never happen. The tribes had it right. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? If folks had a problem, all right, cool. The whole village gonna be out here. Ain't no one interfering with nothing. Take care of your issue right here. Take care of it right now.
You. And it's not all no like, you know, antagonizing shit. It's just like, hey, y'all got beef?
Y'all got beef, like, figure it out. We're gonna give you the space here. How you figure it out is how you figure it out.
It's literally just like, y'all was going at it, y'all was throwing hands, whoever lose, hey bro, now you know the vibes.
Right.
But also like, don't do that shit again, because you might die.
True. And also, when you find it out, sometimes that brings clarity to a lot of people's mind and shit. So even like who win, who lose, people like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was tripping. I don't even know why I bust your nose open like that. My fault,
bro.
Man.
That's definitely you know what, bro? What was we really upset about? Like, what was really the problem?
You stole my pig. I was about to trade that for some food for my family tomorrow. That's what happened.
You know what? You know what, bro? I apologize for that. So how about I give you this pig back, and then we can still trade something else for this food? Because I got the food. You feel me?
Right.
I got the food. You wasn't finna trade to me, but now you can. And whoever you was finna trade with can keep that shit. You feel me?
And
then white people.
And the Mayflower show up with power dynamics and whatnot.
Unnecessary. This is my thing. It was power dynamics that y'all were trying to get away from, but for whatever the reason, felt like you needed to implement. Like,
right.
I'm like, so did you like them or not?
Power dynamics.
Or did you not like them because you weren't
disease. Goddamn. Niggas dealing with what the fuck was going on with you when the Black Plague hit. All that shit.
It's fucking syphilis blankets is crazy. Syphilis blankets is crazy. Like, so all I gotta say is, bro, this certain group of individuals, and I feel like we all know what we're talking about, because that's just what we're gonna call them from here on out.
Yeah.
This certain group of individuals, bro, they are fucking maniacal. Like
100%.
Because like, what group of people sat down at a table one day and was like, you know what? What's the worst way we can torture a bitch? And somebody stood up and was like, tie the appendages to 4 horses and make the horses run. Somebody said that.
Nah, someone definitely did.
Like, this is an episode of Family Feud talking about good answer. Like, hello? Like, bro, I just want to let it be known, right? I just want to let this be known, right? We're gonna take it back to my people. You feel me? All this shit y'all see the cartels doing, that y'all like, oh my god, how could you do that? Gasp in Spanish, shit like that. You know those are medieval torture methods.
Oh, so you learned it from somewhere.
You learned it from somewhere?
There's nothing new under the sun.
Like, hello?
There's nothing new under the sun.
One of the few things that they can take credit for is just being violent via birth. Like,
right.
Violent from expulsion of the womb. You just violent.
Hey, if we've learned anything from the crack epidemic, the 60s and 70s, is the police became their own gang themselves. You know where this country developed from those people, their mindset, because niggas really went across the world and said, oh, y'all got a functioning society of some sort. Nah, that don't work. How we do it is the way you should do it, and we gonna chop your head off if you think elsewise. Then everybody go towards your way of life. People tend to have you know, some kind of tweak in their psychology or whatever, and then the boom of serial killing between 1920 and 80 happens.
Serial killers were literally it was all the rage. It was the vibe. You feel me? Like, niggas were really out here, like, serial killing. And I want y'all to know the definition of a serial killer. You kill more than 2 people, you a serial killer.
Correct.
You kill more than 2, you're a serial killer. That might not sound like a lot, but majority of, like, accomplished, I use that word very loosely because, you know, that's just what they call it. You got like 40, 50 bodies under your belt. And that's just the niggas that you told about.
Right.
It's the niggas you told us about, or the niggas we found. And some of y'all be lying.
Of course.
And I'm just like,
I mean, according to the FBI, it's 3.
Okay, so they changed it. Okay, well,
yeah,
good for y'all.
According to the FBI, it's 3 or more killings. But either way,
y'all.
It really doesn't
matter. But it's like, bro, what? Because along with serial killings, you got cults and shit popping up out the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
fucking, what's his name?
Charles.
Yeah. Is his name Charles? But you mean Jamestown on the island and shit?
You talking about Jonestown? Yeah, that nigga.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
You was talking about the motherfucking Manson family.
You talking about
Charles and them crackhead ass niggas. Jesus.
Yeah, no. Whenever I hear a cult, that's the first thing I think of, Jonestown. That shit is next level.
That shit was crazy. That was like that Waco, bro. Like,
that shit is
that's
crazy.
And it's like, what is it? I think, and this was like a deep dive. Shout out to TikTok for a lot of investigative work. I'm not going to.
Hey.
We big Dreamville fans over here. You feel me?
Fact.
So those of you who know the song "She Knows," that little voice in the background or whatever is obviously a sample from one song. And on that song is a sample from the live recording at Jonestown when they drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, wow.
It's crazy to me. Like, that shit is nuts for real.
And it's like, if you listen to the lyrics of that sample, they're literally talking about it. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It made that song hit harder, but that's crazy.
Another thing I find that's kind of crazy is all you shorties out here who are falling in love with people taking other people's lives. Y'all love these dudes for what? And women, because there's women out here doing it too. Y'all fall in love with these people talking about, oh, he can come stab me. No, the fuck? What is wrong with y'all?
It made me look at you crazy, and it's also extremely disrespectful because, like I said, this shit happened in the 80s, 90s, 50s, 60s. These people's families are still alive. Okay.
Also, for y'all bitches out here who's making fan edits about this Dahmer series, I don't care if you like Evan Peters or not. Y'all niggas is weird.
No,
y'all that is goofy, twisted shit.
Nah, bro, because Evan Peters done plenty of shit that's not based on a real nigga. Y'all better stick to American Horror Story fan edits, bro.
Because I was talking about it with baby girl about the fan edits and all that kind of stuff. She's like, yeah, they doing it because it's Evan Peters. I was like, okay, and that don't mean nothing to me. I was like, what you don't understand is this Dahmer series that you're falling in love with. Oh my god, it's one of the best TV shows I've seen in a while. They're painting Dahmer in a certain light. I've only watched one episode because both me and baby girl was like, yeah, we're gonna take our time with this one because I'll give them their credit as far as the production is concerned. Yeah, definitely set the ambiance for the fucking heavy, oh my god, I might die energy of the fucking show. Because we watched that first show and I was like, we are uncomfortable. No, I'm not binging this. I'm taking my time. Cause shit like this delve me into my supervillain art type shit and fuck my mind up. I'm not doing it.
Really, like, it's just really it's I tip my hat to these actors, bro.
I do.
Because one thing about Evan Peters, he gonna play a role, but also after this role is over, I'm gonna be just as concerned about him as I was with Joaquin Phoenix after they got done filming Joker. Okay.
Joaquin, Heath Ledger.
I was concerned about all these niggas after they got done filming these roles, and I think it was like James Franco too. After he got done filming a certain role, because you gotta like dive deep. Nigga who played Pennywise, constantly worried about him.
Yeah, I need to understand the job that actors actually go through when they take certain roles. They don't just get these Golden Globes and Oscars and all these awards for nothing.
Because they're like, oh yeah, you look like that nigga and you said them words real nice.
These people study these characters to the point where they make their own identity mesh with their character in order to play the character as naturally as it comes across on screen.
And then you have to come out of that after the role is over.
So, as we all here are, because the many people in the game room as well as in the fridge are big comic book fans, we all know about Batman. So we've all known, the basis, or at least a bit deeper, about the Joker. That is a fucked up individual.
Very much.
Completely crazy. You thought Jonestown was crazy. Anybody who worked for the Joker is worse. Immediately.
Indeed. You're literally signing up for death. For what? Clout?
So
nope. Nobody that works for this nigga lives. So you really
besides Harley Quinn.
And I mean, that's because she left.
Did we see? She's just like my man who got away from Dahmer, bro.
Tell you, bro. And it's like, and the shit that you did to her was unspeakable. Unspeakable.
Boy.
Unspeakable. I mean, we literally can't say it. So it's like,
you take all that into account. You take that character into an account. You get hired to play them.
You gotta take that and develop it into your own personal version, because let's be clear, you feel me? Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger, both phenomenal versions of the Joker. Not the same Joker,
Not the same Joker at all.
Not anywhere close. Heath Ledger was unhinged.
Yeah.
Unhinged, bro.
Rest in power.
Rest in power to that man. Joaquin is unhinged and calculated. These are two completely different versions of this one person.
Yep.
That are both extremely accurate.
Because there's a lot of levels to that man Joker.
It's crazy. You start off like that.
It's twisted levels. It's twisted levels. So, as well as when it comes to the Joker, luckily enough for the human race, he doesn't exist.
Facts.
Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, all these people exist, and y'all want to suck they dick. Why? I don't get it.
It's like when I make a joke of like Bundy would have a field day with you bitches, it's not a joke, because he literally would.
Seriously.
Theodore Bundy would have a fucking field day with you hoes. He would be on the rampant still.
The attention and knowledge that we have for our ladies who go out about the world and be able to protect themselves is different than back then, when Ted Bundy was out here snatching up ladies. But for some reason, y'all really want Ted Bundy in y'all sheets, which is weird.
And it's like, it's not even all the way that. Like, you want this nigga in your sheets, coupled with the fact that, bitch, some of y'all are bad friends.
Dumb.
Some of y'all are terrible friends. Like, literally saw a video of a bitch who's like, when your friend go out and she get too drunk, she will literally pass out on niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we know this? Because you recorded it happening. I'm like, you have to be across the bar watching this happen. That's cute. That's so nice that he doesn't look like a fucking weirdo. But at the same time, why would you let her get that junk?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they're having fun. It's lit.
And
it's Saturday night.
That question in the comments, Bitches, I'm not her mom. That's not my problem. We all grown. You can't handle your liquor, don't come. And I'm like, wow, you bitches think.
And then the moment some shit happened to you, oh, everybody fake. You never know who's riding for you until the shit hit the fan. I gotta ride by myself. I need new friends. I need all that. But you feel some type of way if Shawty said that when she passed out at the club, right? You fuck out of here. Y'all don't know shit.
Only the real know what's wrong, ass bitches. Please shut up.
Wow, bro.
Black screen on TikTok asses.
Boy, I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. And the thing is, yeah, that little conundrum of a mindset that y'all have is how Ted Bundy was snatching up folks.
Literally, this nigga broke out of prison in the middle of his trial and killed.
Bro.
He got into a sorority house. And you bitches talking about you want him in your sheets.
Crazy.
No, you don't. Because if you knew what he did to women, please.
Oh, it's even worse for y'all that want Dahmer in y'all sheets. Do y'all not know the detail of what that man was doing? He was out. See, I felt the weirdness just crawl down my spine. This man was out here dissecting human beings
to eat them.
He ate some of y'all, and the other ones he chopped y'all up, took pictures of y'all, and dissipated you in acid. Are you fucking kidding me? And y'all out here making fan edits?
That coupled with the fact that y'all do know Jeffrey Dahmer was gay, right? That wasn't a joke. He was gay. Like, for it wasn't a persona. He was gay. So, like, unless you want some, I can turn him not gay. You're even weirder if that's your mindset. But
that shit's nuts. You know what else is crazy?
Bitches are weird.
What else is crazy is when the Dahmer series dropped, the victims came out in interviews talking about how nobody contacted them about them getting the story out.
Yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Y'all are sickening. That's sickening.
This is when it's some shit like this, okay? It's technically public property. So if big companies, Hulu, because y'all niggas was in trouble too. Mike Tyson was coming for y'all asses. These companies want to, pick up these stories. That's how they able to do it, especially with serial killers and the fucking, like the cold cases and shit like that. All you have to do is get approval from whoever was investigating it, because obviously you need their words. Right. You need their interviews, but other than that, the victims' families, that ain't shit to do with me.
It's the thing, though. This is what kills me. If that is the case, don't say you're keeping in mind the victims and the victims' families and saying that you're trying to be sensitive to them and how you present the whole line of events and all that. Don't say that, because you didn't contact them, so you're not being sensitive to anything. How do you know how they're gonna take their traumatizing event of their lives splattered across screen and a whole bunch of people reviewing the line of events that happened to them and changed their life forever? Don't say that you're being sensitive to the victims. Then don't say that. Because you don't have the right to.
This shit will get. This is Netflix we talking about. Netflix very rarely removes a Netflix original from their platform. And you done spent the bag that you spent. Because you got Evan Peters in this shit, playing Dahmer. You got Niecy Nash in this shit.
Which she don't get enough credit, bro. Niecy got her killing shit.
You got some real, heavy hitters for real. Regardless. They not, A-list in the movies, but these are still heavy hitting actors. Okay? Yo main protagonist, because that's what he is, unfortunately. Is a very well-rounded person to be as young as he is. Evan Peters get a bag no matter where he goes. So that alone, y'all spent hella money making this. Hella money. Even with the dramatizations, even with, you still got this shit as accurate as possible. without making it a full-blown docu. So like the money that was spent, the time that was spent, the resources, y'all did all that. This docu-series ain't going nowhere, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because this shit is extremely triggering. Whether you're a victim's family or not, because me being me, with the past that I got, I was triggered multiple times watching this shit. And like, I just had to rock with it. You feel me? Obviously, yes, you can get up, you can stop watching, you can walk away, take a breather, whatever. But it's like, it's a show and I'm invested. So my personal decision, I'm gonna let it rock until I can't, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish it. But it's like, everybody can't do that. It's like 13 Reasons Why. When niggas was like, why y'all made this 4 seasons long?
Right.
Because even the author of the book was like, y'all doing what with my shit? Y'all doing what? And they were like, yeah, I can give you the A-OK to make a show. Like, you know, yeah, cool. Like, you know, first season, cool. Love that. After that, they was like, yeah, that got shit to do with me. Not my circus, not my monkeys. And I'm just like, when you have the creators of these things being like, what's he doing? And you over here making a sandwich. Like, what?
You can take it a step further. You heard about the thing about Pam?
No, what?
Because you've heard of the whole situation with Pam Hupp before, right? Or no?
I feel like I have. That name sounds very familiar.
It doesn't matter. Long story short, she's a serial killer that was deceiving niggas.
You talking about she from Florida?
You say, is she from Florida?
Yeah.
Might be. I'm not sure. She killed Betsy Faria in Missouri.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, either way, she's a serial killer. She's in prison for it. Oh, but the thing about Pam, and this is according to Wikipedia, so you know that means they got it straight from the actual advertising push for this show, is considered an American true crime comedy drama. Niggas is making comedies about a serial killing event. Who told y'all that was hot? Who did it? I want to be in that writer's room. I want to be there now. Who told y'all that was hot? Who? Y'all trying to make a serial killer event, something that has traumatized people, into a satirical piece and think that shit was cool?
Oh, I do not know this woman. No.
Oh my god. Y'all be killing me with this shit. Hollywood, y'all reaching. Y'all reaching. Cause there's no fucking way y'all doing shit like this. And then you have the audacity to come out telling us we're trying to be sensitive to the families. We're not trying to harm and re-traumatize them. If I were to harp on a television channel. You said what?
No, it wasn't her. Apologies.
Oh,
it took him almost 10 years to charge her? That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Because if I remember from what I heard correctly, I haven't looked into the story completely, so what I'm saying has a good chance of being false. I think they probably brought her in type shit, and she was just being charismatic, then had the police officers throw him off the set and all kinds of shit. So she was out here finessing the police departments and shit too. Take shit. I may be wrong. For folks who know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think something like that was going on. But either way, like as a network who want to come out and say we're being sensitive to the victims, not trying to re-traumatize them or something of that line of verbiage. Number one, y'all don't contact the victims or the victims' families. So no matter what, if I'm a victim of a circumstance like this and I turn on the TV and see this show pop up that is retelling the events of one of the most traumatic parts of my life in a satirical manner to get laughs, I'm suing.
It's just satire.
I'm suing. Cause what's so fucking funny about bodies dropping left and right from one certain individual who thought it was okay to take lives from people in my life, or even attempting to take my life if that was the case? You think that was the move without even concerning me? It's different if you're talking to the victims' families, you come to some kind of agreement to how the creative telling of the story can be told. That's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? If the victim's family signed off on it, they saw the script or something, and they saw the jokes, and they actually laughed, like, all right, cool, you can go with that. That's a whole different thing. But you don't concern the families, and you go on to try and make a comedy drama about the most traumatizing part of their lives. It's sickening. That shit is crazy.
Niggas are nuts.
That's next level crazy, bro.
Niggas are type literally nuts. Like, that's crazy.
Nah, y'all going too far, bro. It's wild.
Anything to make a bag is really like turning into anything to make a bag. That's like super crazy.
I literally could have called somebody instead of throwing out the bullshit, the buzzword phrase of we're being sensitive to the victims and the victims' families, so your show don't get canceled before the first season come out. Fuck out of here.
I got a whole department like full of people whose literally like job it is to be like make a phone call and be like, hey, is this okay? It's like the same motherfuckers y'all call to be like, hey, can we use your song and whatever? Those
exactly.
Those are the niggas that be like, hey man, so your brother died. Not died, he was murdered. Apologies. We finna make this flick, this little show. You know, little one hitter quitter, little binge. You feel me? And
bro,
it's about the nigga that clapped him, and we was just wondering, you know, how you would feel if he was featured. You said no. You said don't ever call you ever again. Okay. Y'all check another one off the list. At this point, we might have to cancel the shows. That's like 5 people that done said no. This nigga only killed 8 people.
Bro, like you would think.
Then you got this random ass intern. We can't make it into a movie. Please shut up.
Oh.
Please. Because that's really how it be, bro. Like, please shut up.
Bro. I'm at a loss for words when it comes to shit like this.
But on the brighter side of spooky season, y'all. On the brighter side. Y'all fuck with them cookies? Them like Pillsbury cookies?
Pillsbury cookies, which ones?
The ones that got like ghosts and the fucking pumpkins on them?
I mean, I'm never against festive cookies. Well, when it comes a problem to me is when y'all start trying to, you know, because festive decorations is one thing, but you trying to get the actual festive decoration flavor in a cookie where it don't belong. All right, y'all doing too much.
That's crazy, no, because festive decoration flavor is nuts.
That's what I'm saying, because it's different. Because it's like, for example, like on some like candy corn, right? Candy corn is a premier Hollywood decoration. We know this.
Indeed, right? Indeed. No, candy corn flavors done got ridiculous lately.
And as we know, when it comes to anybody you ask about candy corn, it's a split decision. Some people either love it or you completely find it disgusting.
It's like cilantro.
I fuck with candy corn to a certain extent.
Specifically the pumpkin ones.
But if you come tell me that niggas is making candy corn cookies, I'm leaving it alone. No. That right there, you leave alone. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to festive decoration flavored cookies. Leave that alone. Candy corn cookies sound crazy.
Bro, you know why you say that sound crazy, and I'm like, but what if I did it and it was cool?
That brings it back to just cooking in general. You know what I'm saying? Depends on who does it and who knows their craft better. You know what I'm saying? Because
like I said, like candy corn flavors done got nuts.
I ain't been
You know
keeping
how they
up,
sell
yo.
like the variety of like jelly bean shits, right?
Mm-hmm.
How they got like, you know, the little variety flavor or whatever, birthday cake, butter popcorn, shit like those. You ain't tried butter popcorn jelly beans? I advise you do it. It's good. They have like a line of jelly beans. There's like a little variety pack that tastes like breakfast, or candy corn that tastes like breakfast. And I was like, why? Who approved this? Like, I think one of them is like waffles, and you got one that's like maple syrup. I'm like, who approved this? Like, y'all just be at this point. I feel like y'all just have these meetings, and y'all like go and sit at this long ass table, and like have your intern bring you lunch and coffee, and then y'all just like sit there and play like popcorn with these ideas. And then one idea come up and somebody's like, you know what? That's the one. And you only say that's the one because the meeting finna be over. Like, what happened to focus groups?
COVID. I don't know.
What happened to focus groups, bro?
They ain't focused no more.
Okay. They ain't focused no more. They ain't here down for you.
Oh my gosh. But no, shit like that is dead in the water. Shit, speaking of dead in the water, Twitch is coming down sooner or later. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say.
Yes. Yep.
Twitch is under fire again.
To the purple app.
If y'all ain't been keeping up, y'all gonna have to go through the stories yourself. There's too much for us to cover in one episode.
Too much, bro.
There's the whole situation. Little girl who was getting her cheeks clapped on screen. Yes, I said scream because that whole situation is a scream.
A scream.
Get her cheeks clapped on screen.
We were in BC and we thought this shit was a joke. We were like,
when
did this happen? We were like, when did this happen? A couple hours ago. What?
You saw the clips.
What?
You saw the clips, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't wish that shit on.
And then they permabanned her, or whatever.
Yeah.
But before they permabanned her, she was screaming, talking about she was gonna go blow up Twitch HQ or some bullshit like that. And because of that, they permabanned her. She did a little.
Her first ban was only 7 days. It was only a week.
Yeah.
For getting your back beat in on stream. A week.
Bro. And then fucking, like I said, she screamed she's gonna go blow up Twitch HQ or something like that. It was some wild shit. Then they make it a permaban. She do a little fucking Google Notes, Apple Notes. I don't even know if Apple Notes is a thing. Whatever the fuck it's called. You do a little apology on that. They changed like 3 weeks. And then to put the cherry on top, when she come back, she get her cheeks clapped on stream again.
The first stream back, bro.
First stream back. And then there's the whole thing with Miss Kiff, which from what I heard, long story short, there is some crazy assault allegations is going on, or whatever the case is, that may or may not have taken place allegedly, and he was trying to cover it up. So now the niggas is dealing with that whole thing. And then on top of all that, Twitch is taking money away from their creators just to come out and talk about how they booked Meg Thee Stallion for TwitchCon. Niggas out here who just lost probably a couple $1,000s to pay their bills. You cut they shit to come tell us now, we booked Megan Thee Stallion to perform at TwitchCon
all weekend.
Now, Megan Thee Stallion, get your bag, sweetheart. Well, we a fan of your work and whatnot, but I know because you know your value, you put out a high ticket price to get anywhere to perform.
That coupled with the fact that, bro, TwitchCon prices went through the fucking roof as of recently.
Because she just fucking booked Megan Thee Stallion.
Bro, and this is before they even announced that. We were like, TwitchCon prices hella fuckers. Me and Art to go because it's literally like right down the road, low key. It's in San Diego. So we were like, we were gonna take a little scoop, and we looked because they hit you with the DreamCon package. Shout out to the homies at RDC. They hit you with the 1 day, they hit you with the 2 day, they hit you with the all weekend, and then they're like, if you want to go to the parties, if you want to go to certain panels, it's a little package. I'm like, okay, cool, but also like these tickets is insane for some shit that niggas just started going to for real. Cause let's all be real. Let's be fucking for real. Not in just our corner of Twitch, bro. TwitchCon, for real, in the beginning was for partners. And I don't mean like they didn't allow anybody else to go. It's no one else was going. Right. And when I say for partners, let's all remember Twitch doesn't have a lot of partners. And more people were going to the Amsterdam TwitchCon than to the San Diego one. Y'all just recently started getting the foot traffic that y'all are getting at the San Diego one. So like, and mind you, if you're trying to dive into the experience of being a streaming content creator, it's a good look because the panels be cool, the companies that come be cool, the devs, the sponsors, they be there in droves. So it's cool to go, but also like, bitch, no. No, because like you can't give me this one thing, right? You can't give me this one thing and be like, oh my god, they don't went above and beyond and blah blah and all this other shit, and we got Meg Thee Stallion all weekend and blah blah. You've literally been fucking up heavily since like last summer. You've been fucking up, period. But you've been fucking up heavily since last summer. And majority, if not all of those problems, ain't even solved yet. But y'all putting out patch notes and updates talking about, oh, we finna make it easier for y'all to stream via mobile and IRL streams, and we finna start seeing how the 30/70 pay cut, like how that's starting to look in these countries, not over here yet. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
You want to know what makes matters worse? You want to know?
I'm scared.
Oh, I'm scared. For folks who pay attention to what I say on these matters, probably for the past year and a half or so, I've been telling y'all how much it's trouble for Twitch that YouTube started putting money into streaming.
Facts.
Because being that we know YouTube is such a bigger platform, they may be behind as far as the nuances and streamlining live streaming. But like I said before, and like many other creators say too, once YouTube gets a hang of that, there's a good chance it's wraps for Twitch. Especially they keep going down that road that they were going down, at least at the time when I was talking about it. As we've seen, it's only gotten worse.
Literally gotten worse. These niggas done built a whole new road.
And now YouTube probably announced the last nail in the coffin for the top of 2023. If y'all didn't hear about these changes YouTube was doing, I'm gonna put y'all on right now. So first and foremost, even before this announcement came out, if you've been paying attention to YouTube changes, when it came to YouTube Shorts, what was weird about them is YouTube Shorts was a big success on YouTube, as we all know. But for Shorts creators that may have been creators of long form content, which is, obviously videos that are longer, if you don't get what I mean by that term, they weren't seeing any growth coming from their shorts that they're making. So their shorts would be getting thousands and thousands of views, but that wouldn't pretty much equal to any kind of traffic from those shorts going back to their channels. And that's because YouTube actually came out and said, long story short, I don't remember the verbatim or whatever the case is. You can look into this yourself if you'd like to. pretty much they had YouTube Shorts on a whole nother algorithm than the rest of YouTube, which is weird.
Very.
So they had YouTube Shorts in their own little ecosystem and everything else of YouTube in their regular algorithm or whatever the case is. So from what I heard recently, they're working Shorts back into the main YouTube ecosystem. So if you're making Shorts now, you'll be able to start seeing growth coming to your channel, because now people will be able to find your shit. And then now, coming to this last update from YouTube, stuff that's going to be working at the top of 2023, you can now use Shorts as something that supports your push for YouTube Partner. So on top of getting 1,000 subscribers minimum to be able to apply for it, you can either go for 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million public Shorts views. So Shorts creators, y'all can become YouTube partners strictly off of Shorts, which makes the game kind of easy, honestly, because Shorts don't even have to be a fucking minute, honestly.
Thanks.
And then on top of that, here's the Twitch killer. YouTube is going to be revising their fan funding service. If you don't know what I mean by that, that's the super chats, the super thanks, the channel memberships. If you don't get what that means, if you're a Twitch head, super chats are tips. Channel memberships are the same as Twitch subs. Super thanks and super stickers, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as bits. Now you needed, if I remember correctly, I think you needed 1,000 subscribers to be able to have access to super chat and all that kinds of stuff. They said they're going to be revising fan funding to lower the threshold needed to be able to have access to these things. If you don't hear what I'm saying and get what's coming out of my mouth, they're going to be making it easier for you to get super chats and all these other things that you get at Twitch. We don't know the exact numbers and thresholds just yet. They say more details is coming out in 2023. All I know is, if these thresholds are looking right, it might be wraps for Twitch. It's gonna be wraps. Because all people have been looking for is a decent alternative. And the reason a lot of people didn't go to YouTube originally, besides the high of the top 1% of streamers, because they're getting their own $1 million deals, is because the threshold was kind of high to be able to monetize your content or whatever the case is. But something I've been preaching for a while when it comes to this Twitch shit is, if y'all don't understand at this point that the very low threshold to become a Twitch affiliate was only a ploy for Twitch to keep playing with y'all content and y'all money, it's nuts. Because number one, if y'all don't realize this yet, if I remember correctly, when it comes to becoming Twitch affiliate, I'll even pop up my own creator dashboard, because I'm currently not a Twitch affiliate. I gave them their shit back. In order to become a Twitch affiliate, you needed, I don't care about your new features, Twitch.
LOL.
Here we go. In order to become a Twitch affiliate, you need to hit 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, as well as on 7 different days, and have an average of 3 viewers. You can finesse that with no problem. All you have to do is start streaming a little bit. I got that in 3 months. I know people that got that in a week. I know somebody who got that in 5 days. That's nothing. What the problem is what happens after you become an affiliate. If y'all don't know already, I'll tell you again. You have a $100 minimum that you have to reach in order for you to get a payout from Twitch. On top of that, Your subscriptions is 50-50. Your bits, if I remember correctly, is that all goes to the creator, if I remember correctly?
Bits all go to the creator.
They all go to the creator, but bits go by pennies. So literally a bit is 1 cent. So in order for you to make bits alone be something valuable, you gonna have to pull in a lot of bits. Literally your best case scenario besides subs and bits would be tips, which you can get tips in any fashion at this point, so you don't even need to be on Twitch for you to get tips, in all honesty. But that's neither here nor there. And then on top of that, for folks who work their butt off with a little bit of luck and a little bit of exposure, and you actually get the Twitch partner, unless you're in the Pokemans type of level, the only thing that changes is the email you email when you need help. You still don't necessarily get the support. That still doesn't necessarily mean that now you're at a position to be out here making crazy money on Twitch, and Twitch gonna start being your friend. They flying you out, giving you stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. That's people at the top for real. That 0.001% that get stuff like that, and that's because they're the ones making the money and still helping this site run. Because for the longest, ever since Amazon for real got Twitch, the Twitch been in the red for the longest. They've been hovering over that we need to get them the fuck out of here line. As far as the ROI, if you know what ROI means, it means return on investment, because Amazon invested in Twitch to become something like a YouTube. But as we see, Twitch keep fumbling the bag left or right. It seems like every couple months at this point. And and honestly, these new revisions that YouTube is making with fan funding, and as well as the partner program requirements, once those go into effect, especially that those fan funding revisions are actually something real decent, it's over, bro.
You streaming on Twitch is gonna be for fun. Because let's be clear. Let's all remember, Twitch don't like multi-stream.
Correct. Because folks, if you don't know, when you become an affiliate, a lot of people think of it that means I can make money now. That's a contract. That's a contract that you're agreeing to, which means you cannot multi-stream. That means that at the same time you're streaming on Twitch, you cannot be streaming on any other site. Now, if you choose to stream on Twitch on Monday and stream on YouTube on Tuesday, that's perfectly fine. What a multi-stream means is that you're streaming simultaneously, which means at the same time on Twitch and another platform. As far as Twitch is concerned, you cannot do that if you're a Twitch affiliate. As well as, if there's any people here who is listening who has at least tried streaming for a little bit, you can understand that shit is not easy. It is not an easy thing. You don't just grow for existing on the platform. That's not how this works. You gotta network. You gotta create content that'll help get you exposure. You gotta be entertaining throughout your stream, because it's one thing to get people to come to your stream. It's a whole nother thing to get them to stay.
Keep them in there, bro.
Exactly. It's a lot of work to be a streamer, and small streamers know, especially if you're a Twitch affiliate. It's not as easy as you think to hit that $100 threshold minimum every single fucking month.
Every month, bro. You hit it, you might be lucky and hit it your first like 3. Just right. Because, you getting the heavy, you getting the, oh yeah, bro. Everybody coming in here heavy, everybody coming in here deep. But over time, you gonna get to like 6 months, the views gonna start to go back down. Niggas ain't gonna be, if you got motherfuckers that, you auto sub, something like that, cool. But like, you might get the occasional gift, shit like that. Right. But if you're not, always doing something, it's like it's a double-edged sword for real. Because if you want to come in there and one day decide, I'm gonna do a little cozy stream, we finna sit here and we gonna react to something like that, and then but niggas are used to you raging and stuff like that. They gonna come in and be like, so where the game's at? And
Yeah,
when you
man.
tell a nigga, oh yeah, I'm just, we gonna cool it today. Oh, okay. And that okay is them leaving.
Facts. Because there's other people who's honestly gotten better at this craft. That's at the top of this shit. People like Kai Cenat, but shout out to him right now. That boy is the most subscribed channel on the platform, even though Twitch tried to get him the fuck out of here multiple occasions. But he said, forget y'all, I'm gonna put in this work with this content, and the people gonna choose who they love. And now that man is way past 80,000 subs himself. You know what I mean? But the thing about it, that is, and this is not me trying to say nobody can do this, but not everybody's gonna be in a position that Kai's in. That's just a fact. If you work hard enough and you're that entertaining, you making engaging content, you'll get there. But the thing is, especially with Twitch, I don't think they're in the position to have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? That best case scenario to where, goddamn, I don't know what the exact number is, so I'm gonna just throw a number out there. We'll say there's like 1.5 million people streaming on Twitch. They don't have any position to be paying out 1.5 million streamers all at the same time that payout and be able to really take care of their platform. But at the same time, we all know what reality is. That's not happening. That's just it. That's just it, bro. Not everyone is doing that. I forgot who put the statistic out there, but there's a statistic for Twitch that tells us if you average 6 viewers a stream, 6. If you average 6 people in your stream on Twitch, you're in the top 6% of the whole platform. If you average around 50, you're in the top 1%. So those people, Pokimane, fucking Ninja, who else, Shroud, all of them, they're in the 0.01% of all of Twitch. I hope that helps really set that picture for you of how Twitch is looking right now. If you're not averaging 6 viewers right now, you're not even in the top 50%. Nowhere near that. Not even top 10%. Not everybody is in a situation like Kai's. So if I was anybody for real, who are aspiring creators who are willing to put in the work to evolve their content to get to some place, the time is to move to YouTube, honestly. Because as much as it seems like the thresholds for YouTube are that high, I honestly believe those thresholds are there for a reason.
And they're more easily, I should say, attainable.
Because if you're actually putting in the work and you're evolving your content to something that is actually engaging, the way the internet works, you can get to that 1,000 subscriber point pretty easily. You know what I'm saying? And it may sound like I'm trying to educate people and I'm just this guru of content. I'm not at all. Listen, I got 80 subs right now on my gaming channel. I haven't been putting in that much work for it until now. We're gonna start putting some work onto that. I'll tell you why in a second. And I have what I tell you earlier, twin? 720 followers on Twitch, which a lot of them, through a lot of behind the scenes fucking hoopla, a lot of them don't necessarily pull up to my streams right now, and that's fine, whatever the case may be. So I'm in no position to tell y'all what to do. I'm just giving you what I've learned and observed, and for you to make a decision on your own. Because if you really believe in Twitch and you feel like you're putting in that work to put you in the company of people like Kai and people like AMP and people like, you know, Pokemon and all them. Yo, do your hustle, Playboy. I want to see you succeed. I want to see everyone succeed. Do your thing. But in all honesty, if this grind feels grueling on Twitch right now, and it seems like ain't nothing is gonna get better, I'm gonna tell you right now, Twitch is not gonna do anything better for you. They're not. Unless you're in that top 0.01%, Twitch don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't. And I always tell people this too, because people always be doing that, you know, that road to affiliate or the road to partner thing. For all the months where you don't hit that $100 threshold, and it seems like you probably never gonna get there, and you leave. Do you know how many other people have probably done that same thing? Where do you think the money goes?
That shit just sitting there, bro.
Where do you think the money goes? If you never hit that $100 minimum to get a payout, and you just decide to stop streaming, you think they're gonna give you a goodbye check of whatever was left in your account? Be honest. You think that Twitch is gonna give you a person they didn't even know was streaming on the platform for real is gonna give you a goodbye check of like $60 if that may be what's in your account? They're not gonna do that. It's going right into their pocket. It's going right into their pocket. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to something like YouTube, if you are pushing, if anybody is pushing to get to that 1,000 subscriber threshold and reaches it, at that point, you're in your bag with your creative process. In all honesty. So as you just continue going down that creative process, in no time, if you're really doing this shit for real, you're going to hit that 100K. Get your first plat. And at that point, now you have an audience that you can create for. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily leverage, but you have an audience that can speak for you when you go talk to these brands. And you talk to these people who are willing to give sponsorships. You know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. On Twitch, you really can't really do that until you hit about like 1,000 followers, a couple thousand followers. And to get there, it's way grueling than on YouTube, to be honest. Because at least on YouTube, just by the search engine alone and the way they recommend content, you might get some straggling views here and there because that shit just popped up in people's recommended. I mean, at least they have something that can help you be discovered. Twitch ain't like that. And honestly, it looks like it's only gonna get worse for Twitch. I want to see where these fucking these new thresholds for this fan funding and the partner program is looking like at the top of this next year, which is in 2 months. Yeah, you've seen how fast August and September flew the fuck by. We're gonna be in 2023 tomorrow.
Where the fucking be, bro?
You gonna see? We're gonna be in 2023 before you know it. So that's tomorrow. Might as well say it's tomorrow. It's next week, for real. And we'll see what happens. We want to see how these requirements are looking like by like summer next year, and see how the platform looking. Because at this point, I think we dig in Twitch's grave. They have to do something massively different to turn this around. If not, whoever's at the top is really going to be the ones that profit, and everyone else, if you stay on the platform, you're just going to be stuck there, honestly. I mean, I said a lot. Twin, what you think about all this?
Why, as always, we sharing the same thoughts, because, like, you're not giving anything to your creators if they're not giving you what you think you deserve as a platform. And that's a whack ass mindset for real.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, just like I'm giving you me as a content creator. That's what I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for you to be looking at me all crazy for whatever the reason is just like, bruh. I'm literally the reason your platform exists.
I'm telling you.
It's me, nigga. Like,
let's see.
I'm literally the reason your platform exists. It's because I do for you. And you looking at me heckin' crazy.
Right.
And I'm just like, no. Cause what? And then you got the nerve to like I said, y'all want to roll out all you patch notes and whatnot. And it's like, you got to even read, define, print on the good things you're providing. Because like I said, that whole, oh, we going to try a 30-70 split, 30 go to us, 70 finally finna come to y'all. Y'all not even doing that everywhere.
That's just for the top of the
You're
partners.
doing that in certain countries. Not even then.
That's crazy.
Y'all rolling it out in certain countries. And if it go well over there, then everybody else can get it. Because this gonna be a enable for everybody. Y'all do a 70-30 split for everybody. Y'all, because it was 70-30 split. At first it was like, oh, nah, we gonna make it for partners. Then everybody was like, what the fuck? You know what? Fine. 70-30 split for everybody. But we can't roll it out everywhere since that's how y'all wanna be. Like, bro, what? Twitch, you wrote a check and your ass can't cash it.
Shit, that's literally the definition of this whole situation.
You wrote a check and your ass can't cash it. And that's real fucking crazy. Cause you wrote a hefty fucking check.
Yep. That's why in the next couple months I'm fully coming to YouTube. I'm not even gonna hold you. Twitch streams is probably just gonna be for stuff that I can't stream on YouTube, in all honesty, with shit like the music room and stuff like that. That's really all I will be doing on Twitch. Because at this point, what's the use?
Like, truly.
What's the use? That as well as other stuff that's happened behind the scenes, I ain't got time. I don't. I'm gonna become a YouTube streamer, bro. We just gonna grind out these YouTube stuff. And I mean, best of luck to everyone who loves the platform, because the thing is, there's good things that are on the Twitch platform that I think a lot of other places have tried to replicate, which they can't. But at the same time, the bad outweighs the good when it comes to Twitch, because that community aspect on Twitch is one of a kind. It is. A lot of my people I consider good friends for me these days, I met on that platform. Shit, I met the love of my life on that platform, and that I can't replace. I appreciate Twitch culture for that.
But as a platform,
it's terrible as a platform. It's terrible as a platform.
I don't think there's very much for me to appreciate from Twitch. Not gonna lie.
It gets to the point of how many times do they have to kick you in the shin before you say stop it? That's really what it's coming down to right now. How many times is it going to take for Twitch to treat you like a punk for you to say, nah, I'm worth more? Honestly. Because Twitch been out of whack for years. It's been out of whack for years. It seems like, I talked about this a while back. The moment Twitch got their notoriety was the moment the fall started.
Absolutely.
The moment all these outlets started highlighting Twitch to be that next up and coming platform, it just went downhill from there. The whole music copywriting thing, which another fun fact about the whole YouTube Shorts changes. They're gonna allow you to use copyrighted music in the shorts, no problem. Because YouTube right now apparently is making deals with all these music corporations, so you can use copyrighted music in your shorts, probably at the top of the year.
You know what you could have did, Twitch? That
they tried. I mean, that terrible ass Twitch music library, whatever the fuck that was, that wasn't actually notarized and approved by anybody that they state they had deals with.
Y'all there. My thing is, look at your parent company, bro. use them. The fuck?
Right. Did they tell you no? Come on, say it. Did they tell you no? Did they say fuck you? Just make us
Because if
money?
they did, that's okay. If they did, that's okay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at you for that. Then it shows that you tried. But we're not hearing nothing.
I'm telling you, bro. If they did, that is okay. Ain't nobody gonna be looking at you crazy. I promise.
But that's not the case at all, from what we know. Then again, it could be. We just don't know it because you know how Twitches are terrible communicators. Perfect example. My baby girl rescinded her affiliation a week ago. She still has her sub button. Why? Why? She don't want it. Why? Take it away. Why is it still here?
Why is it still there?
She hit y'all up through your Twitch help system. It's the same thing I did, and I got mine removed. Shit, who knows? Maybe they still reading her letter. Cause I told her just to let them know that to rescind her affiliation. She said, "Fuck that." She wrote them a good message in that description box with the title of her rescinding her affiliate status. She was not playing with them. I was dead. She let your ass have it. Shout out to my baby girl, but shout out to my wife, bro. She let y'all have it in that message, bro. So maybe y'all still in disbelief, or y'all just don't like that she sent y'all that message. So you want to keep her sub button there on some bullshit. But then again, that's just me speculating. Y'all need to get it together, Twitch. Get it together, bro. But I mean, okay. On a lighter note, we can talk about this.
Why?
Which is it was an interesting article that came across. It's about our favorite game at the time. Take a guess, twin.
Fuck. We being sarcastic or like dead ass?
Dead ass. What's the top game we all loving right now?
Laughable?
Huh?
Apex?
Apex. There you go. Apex.
That goddamn game.
That
goddamn game.
So a little Reddit post was going around that has caught up some steam to a point where people making articles about it, because the article on Dexterdo is what caught my attention. And when people were talking about this Reddit post, it's kind of sparked a debate in the community, and I want to see what your opinion is, twin. We'll talk about it, as well as the people in the chat. Feel free to give your opinions, because I know people in our chat are either avid Apex viewers and or players. So my man's, I don't remember what his name is. His name is crazy. It's one of those, you know, them Reddit names that be having combinations of letters that don't mean shit. It's one of those names. It's one of it's one of those. Oh my gosh. So he dropped a message on Reddit that said the following, and I quote: "Pubs." The Raggle Faggle was hilarious. You know what? I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna try and say it. It's Resnick, but I don't fucking know. I'm not saying that. This how he spelt it. Bro. CSERESZNYEBOG. What that means? He got that. He got that. But yeah, he said the following on Reddit: "Pubs are unplayable because after one good game, you facing against 3 stacked masters and diamonds, and ranked is nothing, just Smurf Festival. Every single game, the champion squad is under level 50 with a 4K badge. Why these players doesn't want to play against each other? They just want to stomp on lower skilled players because they are not good enough. The devs are so incompetent at this point, not fixing their matchmaking system because it's rigged. I just want similar skilled opponents so I can enjoy this game. I don't want to play against these no-lifes." So the question pretty much now is Apex Legends dead to casuals? Because there's some people who responded on Reddit saying, "Yep, I solved that problem by uninstalling Apex and moving on with my life." The question is Apex Legends dead for casuals? That's the question. The question I pose to you, Twin. And those in the chat, live or after the fact, can answer too. I'm actually genuinely interested in everyone's answer. This is a conversation to have. Because for me personally, I felt like, especially when it comes to pubs, the thing about me is when I play multiplayer games, I like to play with gang. I like to play with the homies.
Yeah.
That feeling that we used to have on stuff like COD, where you can kind of play the game and still be able to have those conversations that people will still remember till this day with their homies online, or doing stupid shit online, or whatever the case is, or having funny moments by just hanging with the boys or hanging with the homies, or in general. That's the kind of moments we love. You know what I'm saying? Random moments in lobbies, people trying to cuss us out because they mad and they sweats. Hey, you mad? Like all that kinds of stuff. For me, when it comes to Apex, I can't do none of that. I gotta hyper focus, and I don't even play ranked. I don't even play ranked.
I was just gonna say, bro. I was like, bro, I don't touch ranked.
And I have to hyper focus in pubs.
I'm in a regular pub lobby, bro. That's why if it's not, bro. You hopping on Apex with me? We playing arenas, whatever mode they got for this week. I'm not doing that shit. You not finna have me in this bitch, like ready to fucking chuck my controller because, like, what? You ain't finna have me in this bitch ready to run my controller through my TV. Because like you got me in this bitch with motherfuckers for when they play ranked, they fucking platinum. Like, facts. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I feel like I shouldn't have to go through that shit.
No, facts.
If I'm just here playing regular pubs, bro, with the gang, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like y'all putting so much into this shit, and y'all wonder why when niggas go down, they leave. Cause I don't know if my teammates gonna pick me up if I'm playing with randoms.
Yep.
Cause I don't know if I'm playing with randoms that are cool or if I'm playing with randoms that are sweaty. I don't turn my mic on unless I'm playing with the gang when I'm playing Apex.
Mm.
And that should let you know something. Cause I'm not finna sit here and cuss out a nigga that's halfway across the world just because I done hopped in a lobby with him and his homeboy and I'm selling them. Like, bro, what?
And Ultra Scorpion in the chat makes a good point. People tend to get to their desired rank and then flood casual, which if that's the case, that just says something else. Like, you would think that those kinds of people would have a desire for the challenge and whatnot to keep pushing in ranked, or even that if there's matchmaking in the game, when they hop into casuals, they would be put up against people of their skill level who's trying to do the same thing, which is chill on the game in casuals, or at least people that's maybe a little bit lower than them, but not that much of a skill gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have a good day on Apex, it seems like you gotta work your butt off. Cause, like he said, whatever his name is, Mr. Schwergerman Jansen said on Reddit, you get one or two good games, maybe you get one or two wins. Now you get thrown into pred lobbies.
I'm telling you, bro, and you just like, for what?
Like what?
Bro, what, bro?
Like what's up with the matchmaking?
What's up with the fucking matchmaking, bro? You just throwing me in here with these niggas. I literally watched somebody I mod for earlier, and he was like, "These niggas are them. I'm them."
Right.
Like, what are we doing? I'm like, no, that ass. Like, hello.
I don't have it, bro. I don't have it. Now, I'd probably be at a different skill level of Apex if I just kept up with it consistently. But the thing about me is, I'm not just a variety content creator. I'm a variety gamer too. I don't play strictly Apex every single day. That's the shit I play. I have interest in all kinds of games. I love story games. I fucks with RPGs. You know what I mean? I've been playing shit like Genshin, shit like Halo. Well, not Halo, fucking Destiny. I would play Halo if I had Xbox shit. But shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit like Persona 5. You don't see every Apex or COD player playing some shit like Persona 5. I just have that kind of taste. I have a variety of taste when it comes to games. But just like any game, you spend time in them. So the thing about Apex is, being that it's such a fucking sweaty atmosphere, if you're not there evolving with the community, you're gonna get left behind. I can spend maybe a month away from Apex and come back, and it's like I done lost all skill at the game. Like, and it seems like a while ago, but shit like back in season 5, I used to have a hemlock in my hand with an R9 as lifeline, carrying duos to wins, no problem.
Hell yeah, bro.
In duo lobbies, that was my thing. Cause I wasn't gonna solo queue in trios by myself. So I solo queue in duos, cause it's easy to take out 2 people. And I'd be running lobbies like that. But now it seems like I can't even contribute during a trios lobby game. If you want to call me ass, be that. Whatever. I'm terrible. I'm poop soup. I'm 2 packs of ass. Whatever you want to call me. My game stinks. Whatever the case is, I'll be that. It don't matter. However, when it comes to games like this, there's always going to be a very skilled group as well as a casual group, because it's not just skilled gamers who buy video games. That's a fact. If we all right now, if all the casual gamers stop putting money into the gaming industry, it collapses. The majority of the gaming industry are casual players. That's just what it is. Now, I'm not going to tell you to just say fuck the pros, fuck the skilled players, and put all your attention into casuals. I'm not going to say that. However, you're not just going to keep feeding casual players to these pros like it's a fucking buffet. That makes it difficult for casual players.
Like, fuck this one.
Exactly. That's exactly the point I was about to make. Because you keep doing stuff like that, casuals find the game to be too hard. They're discouraged to play the game. They leave the game, hence means no more money from them that goes into that game. So now that casual play gamers, honestly, probably you will say 85% of most games, if all casual players just leave, the game is probably dead. That's just it. Game's probably dead. You know what I mean? I go and chill on Fortnite now.
Thanks.
If you asked me this like 8 months ago, Fortnite was like ass to me. Like 2021, the start of 2021, you would have asked me about Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking garbage. Then Fortnite put out the zero build mode and started putting out all these other updates after that. Fortnite is up right now. Fortnite's up. They had a resurgence. I'm gonna give them they credit. They had a resurgence. They got me back hooked on it. They even got new players. For example, a good friend of ours, it's in the chat right now, Supreme Ruler 57. He's usually a fighter player. He plays fighting games. Ever since that resurgence that I'm talking about right now, he has become an avid Fortnite player now. He's an avid Fortnite player now.
He solos for fun. He's a psycho. Love it.
That is what games want to do. They want to convert players to come play their game for long periods of time, because the more you're around the game, the higher probability, I should say, that you'll spend money on the platform. You'll spend money in the game. And that's the money that keeps the game running. I'm not someone who's in the gaming market or whatever the case is. I ain't no developer. I ain't no sales team or whatever the case is.
I ain't no developer.
But if there's one thing I do know, it takes money to run games. If you don't have the money, the game dies. You gotta pay someone to run the shit. If you don't have money to pay, how you gonna run the shit? That's just it. It's that simple. And if you've ever been around the gaming industry long enough, the bulk of gaming consumers are casual players. Shit, if that was the case, like, everybody would be pro players, and everybody would out here being pro tournaments. Pro tournaments would be like fucking 365 player brackets at this fucking point. We won't see that though, because the percentage of pro players in comparison to the casuals is minuscule. You don't know what I mean by minuscule? That shit's small. It's tiny. It's like a grain of salt on the beach. Let me put some more respect on it. It's like 25 grains of salt in the beach. All right, come on now. I'm gonna put some respect on it. But at the end of the day, when you see stuff like YouTube and like Twitch and like all these, media platforms, it's easy for it to seem like the pro community is huge because of the pro player fan bases. You know what I'm saying? But what we have to realize is, as much as the pro players may have fan bases, those fan bases aren't the same skill level as that pro player. You know what I'm saying? They're core players. Which core players is a part of the community that a lot of people don't talk about. If you don't know what I mean by core players, there's levels to this gaming consumer shit. There's our casuals, which ain't like super skilled at games like this. They're not going like 25-0 on fucking Call of Duty or anything like that. A good amount of them don't even know what a KD ratio is. They just go, pew, pew, oh, he died. They might be on that kind of level or something higher than that. That's our casuals. Our core players are like the people who understand what KD ratio is. They understand like gun metas and all kinds of stuff. They watch pro players play the game potentially, or whatever the case is. They're in the culture. You know what I'm saying? They're in the culture. They understand these things, but at the same time, they may do way better than casuals, but at the same time, they're not going to tournaments. They're not on that level. Then we have the hardcore audience. That's where our pro players and our super sweats reside. The motherfuckers is out here playing these games for like 300 hours a week. Potentially have gone to tournaments before, did okay in them, all kinds of shit like that. Those are your hardcore players. You feel me? A good bulk of the audience, the consumer base, are core and casual players. That's where most of the money's gonna be. 67% of that. You hear what I'm saying? It's core and casual players. 67%. You're not gonna thrive on 33% of a culture for one game. Some games may survive like that, but not all games. You gotta be a special game to survive on 33%. And that's if the whole 33% fuck with your game. Which, as you can see, when it comes to hardcore gamers, they tend to be strict on what they into.
Thanks.
So, good luck with that. I'm sorry, Twin. I kind of took over your explanation. How you feel about it?
That was it. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
That was it. I'm not gonna lie. Cause like, shit was ass. Like it used to be like, cause as also somebody who just be throwing hands when it come to games, I needed an FPS, and like COD just wasn't for me because once again, you're not finna have me ramming my controller through my window or some shit like those. Like COD just wasn't my team no more if I wasn't doing the campaign. So it's just like I needed an FPS that was fun. And Apex was fun. It had like, you know, the legends. I thought we all know I'm a hoe for some lore. It's fuck that game, but I'm gonna still be invested in the lore. You guys about the lore right now. I'm gonna tell you, I'm that up to date. And I ain't played the fucking game in almost a season and a half for real. But like the game itself, ever since arenas came out, that's been my forte. That's been my shit, preferably. But also, the homies don't always want to play arenas. Niggas hate arenas at the moment. Not the homies, but in general. So them lobbies take a minute to load up. So yeah, I'll hop in some pubs. I'll do that. But not at the expense of feeling like I'm finna sell just because I'm in this bitch with niggas that when they're on rank, they fucking pred lobbies. Master lobbies. No. And you playing with a nigga that you don't even use, but you still this good at the game. Do me a favor. Take your headset off. Put your system in rest mode. Put your controller down. And go play some Smash or something.
I'm dead.
Because what are we doing? Because if you going like this in pubs, and this is you just, damn, I had a rough day. Let me just do a casual match. That's what this is for you? Get me the fuck out of here. Get me out. Get me the fuck out of here.
That's real,
because
bro.
It's just like, bro, you make me not want to play this game no more. Like I said, I'm too invested in the characters and the lore and all this other shit to uninstall the game. But that game will collect dust. Fuck it with me. I'll come back for season shit. I'll come back for the homies wanna hop on Apex? Sure. Sure, I'll hop on Apex. Absolutely. We playing Destiny afterwards, Multiverses, Rumbleverse, KOC afterwards, or is this just the Apex day? Okay, let me mentally prepare myself for what the fuck is gonna happen.
Right.
Because if I wanted to get shat on and hear niggas in the mics telling me how ass I am afterwards just because I beat your ass, I get on Splitgate. If I wanted to get fucking ran down on like I was in jail, these niggas using jailhouse tactics, third party, fourth party, fifth party, whatever the fuck, I would get on Splitgate. And those be 1v1s normally. So please, bro, respawn. Do better. Man. The algorithm was cool. What the fuck happened?
People got better. The culture got invested. As the game grows, metas get developed. People get better with techniques and all kinds of stuff like that. As well as, you know what I'm saying, when you a pro player and you stream your shit, people start learning. They start picking up on shit. People start learning that the easiest way to get kills is third parties, catch them while they weak, and shit like that. And the more you play a game, the better your aim get, the better your movement get. People keep telling you movement, aim. So some people gonna pick up on that and practice it, and you won't get to that point. But there's some people that just are not that super invested to where they gonna put strong blood, sweat, and tears
into this fucking game.
Into the game. The magical thing about COD that was so great was it was one of those games that you can literally hop on after work for like an hour and turn it off, no problem. Like you can hop on, get your little bite of the game, and get off, because it wasn't that crazy. The games were too short. Also, you know, it wasn't that crazy of a thing if you were to go against people that's better skilled than you. You may die a couple times, but that's about it. But you ain't getting chased down by team after team after team like in Apex.
Your third party ain't gonna turn into a sixth party, because by that point, bro, I done exhausted all my ammo and everything else.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that and like Fortnite and stuff is pretty easily counteractable, in all honesty. They have escape tools on there you can use to get away. And the thing about that on Fortnite is when you see somebody fucking, you know, impulse grenade they way away and you see them go across the map, it's for 75 meters. I ain't chasing that. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't chasing that. Or you might take your hand at doing a long range battle, which, as we all know, a long range battle is way easier to maintain because you can just duck behind cover, heal, and pop back out. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that is manageable. But you a trio who found a team, you fight them, you kind of damage, you try and get a shield battery off. Another team come on, you find them with half shield, some way you find a way to beat them, you quarter shield now. The moment you about to start this bat up, two teams pull up, and for some reason both choose to shoot at you. Bro.
And it's like,
bro, you know what I remember, twin? You know, I remember, them
niggas fighting over there. Let's go. No.
I really wish I still had that clip. I don't remember if you was in that stream when I was Lifeline on Olympus in that little ass glass hut. You know, the shit that's kind of like,
oh my fucking,
and like 8 teams pulled up on us, and somehow I was able to beat 5 of them. I got beat by the 6th team. I was camping my health drone, shooting both doors for like 15 minutes until niggas throwing like 6 grenades. I couldn't fight it, and they came in and hit me with a couple bullets, and it was over with. I was like, well, fuck. Well, how was I supposed to beat that? How
was I supposed to beat that?
How? Like, explain to me. And you know what the crazy part is about the Apex community? You all know what, twin? You all know how crazy the Apex community is? You know what they probably would have said in this moment? You lost because you chose Lifeline. Get the fuck out. At this point, I almost ended the stream because I'm mad in my own head. I almost turned this shit off. I'm not gonna lie. Because niggas, they really will say some shit like that. If I was a threaty Wraith, I would have just phased out.
Man, that's because you're a bitch.
Number one, you a bitch. And number two, people act like people don't follow the fucking shadows of a Wraith phase these days.
Right. My thing is, for all you bitches that wanna, well, I just want to phase. You know how they secretly hold y'all? A lot of people don't notice. They made the trail brighter.
Yeah.
Which is why it's more noticeable. Which is why y'all niggas be getting popped out of that damn phase. Or as soon as you come out, your ass getting popped in the back of the head. I see you, nigga. I see you. I never lost sight.
Don't you know that I can see you?
I never lost sight of your ass.
Half of the people who don't chase phases is because it's too much trouble at one point.
You got me fucked up. I'm gonna chase a phase. Let me get the higher ground and I'm above you. I'm chasing the phase.
Depends on the situation.
You want to know why? Because when I was on the ground, you was using that phase to be up my ass. So please.
Depends. It depends on the situation. Because if you go in against a 3-stack and you see that Wraith phase out, he told his partners he's phasing. So now they're looking at that phase to see who's chasing. And before you realize it, because you see red, you just got a fucking team fired to shit before that nigga even came out his phase. So depending on the situation, I'm gonna chase the phase. If I have line of sight the whole time, I'm gonna just follow you with my eyes. And at the moment you pop out, bing, bang, boom, you back in the lobby. But besides that, like I said, there's pros and cons to every legend. But in that type of situation, how do you win that? Half the lobby dove on that little ass hut on Olympus. That little ass hut. That shit barely 200 square feet.
Play Olympus is my least favorite map for me. But at the same time,
Storm Point. No fucking question. Storm Point is the worst map. But
it's my least favorite map. Apologies. Like I fuck with Storm Point. Sorry, y'all. But
nah. Too many fucking trees in my way, and hills and valleys and shit.
Hills and valleys is
a nigga being able to shoot me from Mount Everest on one side of the map and shoot me on the other side. I'm tired.
Olympus, bro.
Storm Point is 2 packs of ass.
That's crazy.
Fuck you talking
Olympus,
about?
bro,
That
I
shit
hate the map.
stinks.
It is what it is. But if you know the layout of that map, bro, you know how little them little huts is.
Bro.
And you know how niggas will play peekaboo with you from the hut across the way. So the fact that niggas really was like, you know what? We finna bombard this bitch.
Bombardment.
No, bro. No. Because it's already tight to move in there. Anyway, it's already a little when I be moving through that bitch trying to pick up my ammo, because it got some sweets in there. When I be moving through that bitch trying to pick up my ammo, when I tell you I go to one side and open the door, and before I step inside, go to the other side and open that door too, because I'm finna hit a straight shot through this bitch. You not finna catch me lacking in here. Immediately, no. Because the amount of times that I done seen a motherfucker die because the motherfucker done put a fucking gas trap right behind one of the doors. Or one of them A+ ass Watsons that hit that beautiful trick of putting a pylon outside and then putting a pylon inside, and I can pop this pylon in here, and now you just can't come outside without getting fucked up. No. You want to come in here and blast me? By all means, be my guest. But at least I can duck and dodge and skip to my Luyo ass because I opened both of the doors. Please.
Well, it was one hell of a situation, and shit like that just happens frequently on Apex. And the thing about that is, if you've ever watched like ALGS, for folks who don't know what that is Apex Legends Global Series. This is pretty much the pro scene of Apex Legends. If you've watched something like that, unless the ring is small, nobody's third, fourth, fifth, sixth partying fights.
Nope.
They're not. The pro scene is different. The high levels of ranked is different. People are putting a high value on when you rotate to a different location. Who's killing who on the kill feed, all kinds of stuff like that. People pay attention to these things. So movements are way more calculated in those higher up echelons of fights, which is why it makes the casual experience crazy, because if pros know they're not going against anyone that'll match their level of skill, they can play a little reckless because they know they'll be able to get out of the situation. So if you like, for folks who don't understand what we mean by like preds and diamonds and stuff like that, I'll put it the simplest way possible, right? Like, imagine you grind this game and you're like a level 10, right? We'll say something like that. And you're hopping into like a level 10 game, and you just see a bunch of level 70s flooding you to fight you. You'd be like, what the fuck? They're 60 levels higher than me, which means they're way more skilled. I'm not saying I'm bad at the game. I got from level 1 to level 10, good. But I'm not that good. Exactly. Why are they here? Let them play against other level 70s or even level 60s. Why are they here?
Spicy, bitch. Leave me alone.
Exactly. It's Apex is something else, bro. Like I said, I love the game. I've played the game since the Shadow drop back in 2019. Wait, was it 2019? Yeah, 2019. I've played that game since day one, on and off. I love the game. I'm always gonna support the game, but I deal with it in doses these days because my blood pressure is more important. My blood pressure is way more important. You know what I'm saying? I might give you a couple games and hop on Fortnite to cool down, cause nah, I ain't.
Rest of the damn day.
I ain't gonna do that.
Cause you niggas are insane for real, bro.
Or I'll go grind Destiny.
Facts.
PvE content and shit like that. All right, one more thing before we go. Let's give y'all a little wrap up on Tiffany Haddish situation.
Yikes.
If y'all didn't hear the last update of the situation, they did end up settling. The problem I have with the settlement is after the settlement went out, they had Jane Doe and John Doe put out. I don't think they had them. Well, should you ask me, I think they had them, but they put out a statement that rubbed me the wrong way. Let me find it. 'Cause I typed it in here. That joint said, what I put it. Okay, here it is. So apparently Jane Doe came out and said, and I quote, "My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can all put this behind us." If y'all don't remember the details of this case, they were demanding to put Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears in prison. That was the thing. They're demanding to put those two in prison for what they did. About how, long story short, Tiffany tried to teach you how to pretend to do fellatio. For my folks in the hood who don't know the term fellatio, Tiffany tried to teach that little girl how to give head so they can do it in a video for quote unquote allegedly McDonald's or some shit, which is crazy. And then you have her come back a year later with her brother, separate the two, and put him in that damn video that we all seen. Having him pretend to give head, and having him put his legs up in the air for you to peep through a newspaper, all kinds of weird shit. For that, you demanded prison for them. None of us were mad, because that type of thing can traumatize a child. According to Jane Doe, she said after that situation, it traumatized her to the point where she developed a social disorder. So it was hard for her to make friends. It gave her little brother anxiety to the point to where he put a band-aid over every webcam of technology around the house because he has a feeling that someone may be watching him or recording him. According to Jane Doe, according to the court documents, having her stating these things. This is all the things that she said. And then you decide to settle out of court for an undisclosed amount of money. From what I hear, I don't know if the exact dollar amount is out there. If it is, let me know. From what I know, they just settled out of court with money and then come out and say, "Oh, now we know that she wouldn't do any harm to us." Then once again, I'll say it's not my trauma, so I can't tell anybody how to deal with their trauma. I can give suggestions, but it's up to the person who's traumatized to take those suggestions and put them into practice. I can't tell you what to do to resolve your problem. However, I'm not going to sit here and act like I ain't see the pivot that was taken. It's a little weird. It's a little weird in my opinion. I'm glad that you found a resolution that you were looking for to make you feel comfortable. So I guess in that regard, it's a success. But however, when you out somebody for this kind of stuff and talk about the damages that it's done, like, now it comes down to a question I want to ask you, Twin. When it comes to things like this, and this is a question for everyone too, you guys can answer in the live chat or answer in the chat afterwards in the comments down below. When it comes to a traumatizing event like what's happened in this case, does money fix it for you?
No. Because the only thing that money can do for me is pay for these therapy sessions. As if that doesn't, and then even at the end, that's not saying that you shouldn't go to therapy, y'all.
Right.
Even like at the end of that, it's like even after you got past it and all
Mm-hmm.
those things, you still did that to me. Like you still did that. You still did that with like little to no remorse. And the only reason I say little to no remorse is because had you had any remorse, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Or you would have at least like been like, maybe nah. But like you did it. That was your thing. You did that. You did that to me. And
Mm-hmm.
like what makes you think just because, you hit me with a, oh, here, I'm sorry, I can give you this, excuse me, that's gonna make me be like, oh, okay. Like, no, there's no monetary amount that can equate to my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that could happen, and how like you basically don't like change my view on the world now
Right.
because of what you did. So no.
Okay. Which I guess karma answered, because we haven't talked about this on the podcast yet, at least I don't think. A camera crew caught up with Tiffany Haddish after this situation at an airport, trying to figure out how she felt about the lawsuit ending and everything coming to a close. And she was like, I don't like it. She said she lost everything. She don't got a job now, according to her. Apparently she lost everything. Which, if you ask me, I don't know what to tell you. That situation was bad.
It was.
The degree of that situation was bad. It's one thing if something was misinterpreted or whatever the case is, but according to the victim, she pins you teaching her how to perform fellatio, how to give head, which made her super uncomfortable. And the fact that it didn't stop there, you re-victimized the same family by having her bring in her brother and go through a whole nother situation with that damn video. You know what I mean? You do something like that, I can't tell you that there's some way, somehow, that you're, innocent. I can't tell you that. Because what part of teaching a little girl who's 14, I think she was 14 at the time, according to the whole situation, she's like 14. Either way, she's pretty much at max a high school freshman. Maximum. That's if you started school early. So, most case scenario, she's in 8th grade. At maximum. You take her and put her in the uncomfortable position of teaching her how to give head as the butt of a joke in a sketch that made her feel uncomfortable. I mean, like, I can't fight. Can't fight that. There's certain things in Hollywood that, people out here just trying to get a quick buck. Y'all gonna lie on somebody's name or whatever the case is, and that shit ain't right. But something like this I don't know what to tell you. And at the end of the day, like they always say, the only people who knew what happened were the people that were in those rooms. Tiffany Haddish, Ari Spears, and those two individuals. Those are the only people who knows for real what happened in those rooms. But being that they came out with this story and the only reply you had was hush money, that's what it seems like. It seems like hush money.
Oh, that's exactly what it seems like.
Allegedly, at least. Like I said, I don't know what words were exchanged in that conversation when y'all met to find a settlement, whatever the case is. But from what I see, and the switch up of energy with that statement they put out after the settlement, to me made it seem like hush money.
Absolutely.
Because as I reported before, I think I did this on the last episode, I told y'all the terms that Jane Doe put out for the settlement about how the meeting that they had was supposed to be on Tiffany Haddish's dime, and that after they come to the settlement, that she would have to put out a statement saying that she never meant to harm us. The settlement is reached, and now you're putting out a statement saying that we know now that she never meant to harm us. I don't know. I'll never know. But it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me. That's how I feel about it. But I don't. I really don't know. People in Hollywood are weird. They live by different rules. So, I mean, I can't bestow my kind of justice on anyone else. Your justice is your justice for your situation. So, hey. I mean, well, on that note,
Thanks.
What you got coming up, Twin? Tell the people.
It's spooky season, y'all.
Yes, sir.
One thing about your girl, she love her some scares. I love being afraid. So, this month, you feel me? We have a collab on Halloween.
Oh, shit.
We have a collab on Halloween coming. So be prepared for that. As well as throughout the month, we're going to be firing up the game that everyone gave up on.
Everyone gave up on.
The game that everyone gave up on, but we bringing it back. You feel me? We're going to gather the homies and see how they feel. You know, for some good old Friday the 13th.
Oh, shit.
Oh, be prepared for those. I'm gonna try to let that be like once a week, because I feel like y'all fuck with the game, y'all fuck with the Giggity Goon Squad gameplays. So I'm gonna keep giving them y'all. No matter what we're doing, y'all gonna pull up. That's what I've noticed. So why not have us in here trying to kill each other?
That sounds crazy, but
So,
especially after some of the conversations we had today, that shit kind of crazy. But
we got a wonderful Halloween collab coming. Like y'all, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but it's a collab coming on Halloween. Friday throughout the month, I have acquired some more spooky things. You feel me? As well as, obviously, because the kitchen is back open, we gonna be making shit.
Oh shit!
The first thing on the menu, because I was telling Swim before we got here, it's some cracking in the house that we need to fucking get rid of. Because I don't drink rum, but you know what rum do go in? Cake. You know what I haven't had in a long time? Cake. As well as, I fucking love pumpkin, regardless of what my community says. This is the one time I'm gonna tell y'all to shut the fuck up. We gonna do a pumpkin tres leches rum cake next time we open the fridge.
Shit. That shit sound exquisite.
Oh, not exquisite, please. So we gonna get into that next time the fridge is open. So be prepared, be on the lookout for some spookiness this month. As well as your girl is recovering more, so we gonna be bringing back family time as well as story time, because guess what I found on the internet?
Oh Lord.
Scary stories to tell in the dark for the free, no wristband. So y'all get ready for that. So yeah, the fridge turning into the coffin for the month.
The coffin is crazy.
The refrigerated drawer.
Refrigerated drawer is even worse. Jeez. I mean, as far as myself is concerned, I promised y'all this a year and a half ago, and we're finally in the situation to do it. I'm not a horror enthusiast. I consider myself a scaredy cat, but as promised, next time October come around, I'd give y'all a scary game. So,
Yeah.
as voted by the community, they're gonna have me play through Outlast 1 for all of October. So, I'm gonna ask y'all in the Discord also, but I was thinking of making all the streams this month night streams to give y'all a better ambiance. And do it that way. I just gotta figure out some way to light myself up for you to see my face, but not light up the room too much to take away the ambiance. So, I don't know. It might end up being a no cam stream thing to keep the room completely dark for the ambiance, or well, it'll just be a regular stream.
It's ring light real quick. I feel like that might be your best bet.
What you said? What?
A mini ring light might be your best bet.
If I purchase it, we won't say. We'll look into it. But if you're in the Discord, let me know your thoughts. I'll drop a poll, or at least I'll notify y'all and let's see what your thoughts is over there. And besides that, it's just me working on getting myself together for this transition to YouTube, because I'm honestly serious about it. Twitch is just not it for me no more, in all honesty. Besides the music room that we'll be starting in the next week or so. Oh no, I think I'll start it up in November. I'll give y'all all of October just straight scary stuff. We'll start it up in November for sure. It'll give me time to finally do the fucking poll. I just gotta do a little bit of research to figure out who I'm gonna put on the poll for us to start off the music room. So it'll give me some time to make up that poll and put it down for y'all before we go down our musical journey of our music homework, or at least to start off our hip hop homework, since we're gonna be starting off with hip hop and stuff like that. So music room on Twitch. Everything else on YouTube, youtube.com/ShaggyTheGamer, as well as Shaggy the Creator, for if I come up with ideas to put on that channel. And most of my content is going to be on YouTube, at least the main content, starting in the next couple months, for sure by the top of 2023. So gear up for that. Follow me everywhere. Check the link trees in the description.
Word.
Follow both of us. The content is going to start booming real soon.
Yeah.
So appreciate y'all who've been listening in to the Braincast.
I've been looking at it for this particular pod. Y'all been in here deep.
It's getting it. We're slowly rising.
Indeed.
I say all that because our next episode, next Sunday, is gonna make our year anniversary.
Yeah, y'all. We turning 1.
So the Braincast is gonna be 1 year old starting next Sunday.
We turning 1, y'all.
So it's gonna be a special episode. I might try to figure something out. I'll be talking with Toy on the side, see if we can do something. I think I'm getting an idea right now in my head. We'll talk about it.
Y'all know what that means.
And it might be a special episode next Sunday. We'll see.
Indeed.
We're gonna try. So definitely tune in the next Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for that one, unless later announced differently. And we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna catch y'all in the community. And that's episode 32 of the Braincast. Smart asses with smart mouths. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.